Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how a starting entrepreneur defines a market niche for his or her services and products. It's good to swim upstream. When everybody else sells, we buy, and vice versa. Instead of defining the market niche the way everybody else seems to be doing it, we will be a little different today. My name is Erkka Suvando. Some of you call me EJ. I'm here on social media to build a legacy, pass on all the learnings and lessons to my kids and the next generation. Hopefully some of you will get a lot of value add out of this too. I'm a real estate investor and an entrepreneur. I'm good at starting from scratch, building companies and growing them. Today, let's talk about starting a business and defining your market niche. Starting with the basics, with the very simple definition of what entrepreneurship is all about. As we have discussed before, it's about defining a problem and finding a solution to it. Ultimately, we want to create value for the paying customer. But who do we target? That's the question we're going to answer today. And how do we do it? You can't just be boiling the ocean. You need to have a target group in mind. Let's first look at how everybody else seems to be doing it. What an average entrepreneur does in the beginning to target a specific market niche, or what they think is a very specific niche, but what actually ends up being quite generic. So this is the normal way of doing it. We take the average price in the market. We go slightly below. We offer a little more, and the value proposition is basically more for less. This gives us comfort because we know we are competitive from the pricing perspective. But what happens is that we get squeezed by the marketplace. First of all, we are the starting entrepreneur. Nobody knows us. We don't have the 5-star reviews. We don't have the credentials and the credibility. So most likely our margins are razor thin in the beginning because of this approach. So it's actually more of a pricing approach and a product positioning than defining a market niche. So now I'll show you something completely different. When you have a business idea, and you talk to potential investors, bankers, even venture capitalists. Number one question typically is about market size. What's your TAM, T-A-M, total addressable market? No investor wants to put money in a project that looks too small. But the ironic thing is that every single successful business starts small. If you looked at their market definition and their niche in the beginning, and after year 5, 10, and 15, it would be completely different. Because the whole idea is to go step by step. Define a small market niche, and then you gradually grow it. So we are different. So instead of looking at the total addressable market in more detail, we ignore it. I'm being black and white here. But we don't pay that much attention. Instead of doing that, instead of focusing on total addressable market, we actually go very small. We specify our niche. We narrow it down. Now, we narrow it down. Specify niche, and then niche it down even further. Let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say I was a personal trainer selling weight loss. A generic approach could be that I'm a personal trainer showing people how to lose weight. If you wanted to do it the way we want to do it here, is at the first level, you are a personal trainer selling weight loss. Then you define it even more. You narrow your niche down. You are selling weight loss for stay-at-home moms. You go in further down stay-at-home moms who are between the ages of 30 and 40. The next level, those moms who are between 30 and 40 and whose kids are in daycare and live in a specific area, have certain income level, and so forth. So what ends up happening is that you have become a category of one, meaning most likely in that niche that you just defined, there is nobody else offering those same services. So as a result, assuming you are competent, you can walk the talk, you know what you're doing, you can raise your price. Because the target customer sees you as a perfect fit for his or her needs. There's nobody else. And you answer all those questions about, okay, what is it that I specifically need based on my status in free time and with my kids and my anything, income level, where I live, how I can commute, and so on. So step number 2, specify your niche and then niche down until you find your category of one. This is the key. And then the step number 3 is that you dominate that category of one. What is the 4th step here? You define a new, larger niche. And this is how you grow. Instead of, remember when we ignored the total addressable market, we said, okay, we are fine defining it so many times that we become category of one. But at the end of the day, we end up looking at a much bigger slice of the pie, because the way how specific we can be with our tailor-made services for every particular target group. Hope this helps. Thank you.